Hello everybody and welcome back to some more beta Minecraft. If you watched the last two episodes, you'll know that I've been teasing a larger build that I've been planning on starting. And at the end of the previous episode, I said I would be starting on it next time. And guess what? I lied. Now, I would be starting on it if there wasn't a more pressing issue that I've come across. You see, during my longer mining sessions, I've collected vast quantities of cobblestone and redstone, and I'm actually running out of space down here, so I decided now's the perfect time to start on a sort of storage room, a place to house all my chests. So that is exactly what we're going to be working on today. It's going to go right next to our forge over here. Now, I've already cleared out a fairly large area, but I have a feeling it's not going to be quite enough. I'm imagining a sort of larger, like, stone warehouse building with sort of like a loading bay and shelves on shelves of chests, skylight, and a bunch of ceiling lamps. And in an effort to include more blocks that I don't ever use, we're going to be building out of sandstone, or at least partially. We'll see how it turns out. Now, before I start building up the walls, I need to know how many chests I actually intend to put in here. And as usual, I've come underprepared. I need more wood. I'm actually in need of some sort of tree farm. As I mentioned prior, I've just sort of been cutting down these few and like replanting them. But I need to like scale it up a bit. I was thinking we could use that space over there and have like a tunnel going through this hill. I think that could look cool. Alright, I have here about 11 double chests, which isn't quite as many as I think I need, but it's a start. I think we want to first start at the entrance. I want a 4-block wide pathway going to the back of the building, and then I want the chests to start a good, like... I want to have, like, garage doors. So... I think that'll look fine. Right? Okay. The chests will start 4 blocks in. And... I want the floor to be out of bricks. Which... obviously I don't have enough for. But... we can make it work. God, I forgot how long it takes to break bricks. We're gonna have like 2 garage doors here, where presumably trucks would come in, drop off their loads, and then peace out. And let's see. We're gonna have the walkway be out of cobblestone, and the actual shelves be resting on the bricks. So I'm trying to plan this out in my head. Obviously, we don't need that many chests. Or not, sorry. We don't need to use that much bricks because the chests in this version are full blocks. So we can get away with like filling in the gaps with cobblestone. So there's our first chest. And I'm thinking... so chests in this version actually take up way more space than they would in current, because you can't place them directly next to each other or on top of each other, or else you won't be able to open them. I'm thinking we have them on like sort of like struts. Like we could use like cobblestone to sort of mimic like metallic texture. At least as close as we can get in Minecraft. Would it be better if they were sideways? I think that looks alright. That's good proof of concept. So those are going to be our shelves, right? I don't like how much cobblestone there is. Bear in mind, the walls are not going to be made out of it, but I don't like that the shelves match the floor. Should I use stone slabs? That might be an idea. I think I should still have some stone in the furnaces from last episode, unless I used it all. I do. And we're gonna need a lot because you cannot place slabs on the top half of a block without the bottom one. Should I actually make this wider? I think I should. Because I wanted the building to be wider than it is long. So I'm thinking more chests in the middle, and then the rest can go around like the wall. I feel like I need to push this shelf back like 1 block, make this brick section like 3 blocks wide, just so it's like in the middle. That way it doesn't go from stone slabs to like the cobblestone stairs so like abruptly. Because right now it looks a little jarring being flush with the walkway. But that would also means pushing all of this back 1 block. I think that's what I have to do. Hey, look, a zombie. I don't know where exactly to start this row of chests. I think I should just like line it up with this one and then have another chest here. And then we can sort of have just this empty corner block. I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, now that we have all the chests in place, we actually need to label them. And since we don't have item frames to denote what's inside, we can use signposts, which is unfortunate because they don't stack. Now, I was thinking for like our basic building blocks, cobblestone, dirt, gravel, sand, and wooden planks, we can have 2 chests worth. While for all the other items, I think I haven't decided what I'm going to put in these, but I obviously want iron, gold, diamonds, coal, redstone, and lapis. I guess that works out. Yeah, that's fine. And for anything else, all the miscellaneous stuff, it can just be dotted around. I don't really care for. Is that even how you spell lapis lazuli? Not that it matters. We haven't needed lapis yet, so maybe I don't need a chest for it, but I like having it. Okay, now that we got all our chests in place, it's time to throw up our walls and see how the sandstone looks, because I've never actually used it in a build before. Now, I haven't decided how tall I want the building to be, but I want it tall enough that I can have ceiling lights above the actual chests. So maybe like 9 blocks tall? I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this sandstone, but we're just gonna go with it. And for the garage, like door shutters, we're gonna use stone slabs. So I don't exactly have enough sandstone to make it all the way around the top. And I want windows up here. How should I go about building this? I think I just have to go get more sandstone. I think it's simple as that. Man, our little settlement is like really coming together. I remember we were coming back this way. I think, was it episode 3? It might have been the beginning of episode 4. And it was just the house and the forge, and it looked really barren. But I love how this is coming together. I can't wait till we have more coming off of it. Bro, I went to go get more sandstone. I forgot I had some in this chest still. Whoops. Alrighty, the walls are up. I'm just waiting on some sand to smelt so we can get some glass in those windows. A lot of people would say that sandstone is an ugly block, a bit of an eyesore, and to those people I would have to agree. But I'm really trying to push myself outside my comfort zone and try using blocks I never use. So I think it could look worse. I don't hate this. I think it looks fine. Now all that's really left to do is throw a roof on it and start decorating. Okay, so the roof is just about finished, and as you can see, there's actually a good amount of natural light coming in, which I'm actually surprised by. I thought it would be darker. Before we head back inside and start working on our light fixtures, there was something I wanted to try and replicate. You know how those, or rather, you know how buildings typically have, like, I guess they would be like air conditioning? Those air conditioning units on top that are like sort of like box shaped. I was wondering if I could build one and have it like read as such. Maybe from a distance, but nah, that doesn't look very good, does it? Nah, maybe if it was like, if the cobblestone stairs texture was darker and like contrasted with the stone block more, it might read as sort of like a vent grate. The idea was to have like two of them up there so the roof wasn't like so flat, but I think it's just we're gonna have to make do without. We're already getting some good use out of this, just like clearing up my inventory as we go. I also like that I can like see through the chest to find the exact one I'm looking for, like see through the shelves. I think it's very like practical. Let's get these lights in. Damn it, I only have 8 glowstone. Fuck. Pigmen are still mad. Okay, good to know. Fuck, dude. Are they gonna stay mad until they kill me? No? Okay. Why were those two hostile? Just because they were close to my portal? We still haven't died yet during this series. Which I'm actually really stoked about, because you go back and watch any of the big Minecraft YouTubers who are playing during the release of this version, they're usually dying on the first or second night. Alright, back in the overworld. I guess the first thing we should do is probably light up outside first, and then we can start on the interior. I think I try to keep at least 3 blocks distance from the main roads. But I think we should probably have the glowstone hanging over the driveway to some extent. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? No. Hold up. Am I going fucking crazy? Okay, I mentioned previously that you cannot place fence posts without a block under them, which appears to be true, but you can still place fence posts on top of each other. That wasn't a thing in earlier versions, and I'm just... Oh, I feel like such a dipshit now. Am I going crazy? I feel like... Hold up. Okay, so here we are in alpha version 1.0.17, one of the earliest versions with fence posts, although not the earliest as far as I'm aware. You cannot place fences on top of other fences, right? But you can place fences underneath. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Man, I feel stupid. God, I've been playing this whole time acting like that was the case. Oh, I'm silly. Okay, with that cleared up, I should be able to build these a lot quicker. I'm sorry I've been wasting so much time before. I feel like a real idiot. Alrighty, I'm thinking... How do I want to space these apart? I want like a row of lights right up here in the center, and then I want to also have some going over like this loading bay. Okay, so it appears to be an even number of blocks wide. So let's just... And then I can fit another one that's 4 blocks wide right here. Actually works out. It's actually nighttime right now, so it's a really good time to see just how well lit it is inside, because up until now, the skylights have been doing all the work. That's pretty good. I think I want some torches, like, in the corners, maybe. And then... How much glowstone do I want to use for this area? Let's see, for 12 blocks? Do I really want to waste that much glowstone? Whatever. Oh, that's pretty well lit, actually. I am going to throw some torches over here, just to be safe, though. And... I actually think that's enough. I kind of like that the shelves themselves aren't particularly well lit. I like having, like, the shade. I think this is lit enough. I am going to put that one back in the corner, though. Oh, hey. Actually scared me. Hey, buddy. I am starting to feel a bit more secure walking around at night. As I said before, we can still have mobs spawning here and there, so I can't like be completely off guard, but still, I think this is working pretty well. Maybe I should light up that path a bit more, actually. Alright, and here is our finished product, and I think it turned out pretty well. Some of you might think it looks a bit garish. Definitely sticks out from some of our other builds. And to that I would say, I never claimed to be a very good builder. As a kid, it was always my least favorite part of the game, mostly because I wasn't any good at it, but part of why I'm doing this series is to just practice and like be more creative. And I think this did turn out pretty well. I think this reads as like a warehouse, like an industrial building. Let's take a look at the interior. I don't like that the ceiling isn't symmetrical, but I think I'll learn to ignore that as we get used to coming in here, just running in and out. I think underneath the floor, like in the basement, I want to have a series of minecart tracks going to my various like resource sources, like the mine, that quarry I have over there in the desert, maybe the wheat farm, and potentially to any future tree farm we have in that direction, just so I don't have to keep walking back and forth with all my items. I can just have them all in one place, and just like ship them off as needed. But I think it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. I'll definitely probably add more chests as needed, because I definitely don't have enough for every item, just like the main ones. Probably gonna have a chest for bricks, maybe for sandstone, and maybe just like miscellaneous items, stuff like dyes and like wool. So that's gonna do it for this episode. I don't want to make any promises about what we're building next, but I think it's best that I stick with the essentials that I've been putting off. I definitely need a tree farm sometime soon because I keep running out of wood every episode and have to deforest that hill over and over. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a good day.